Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning for November 6, 2023, 82-year-old chopped to death at a Clarendon home. An 82-year-old man was killed at his home in what was believed to be a robbery early Sunday morning. The deceased has been identified as Eustace Ricketts, a farmer from First Street in Top Halls Hall, Clarendon. It was reported that Ricketts, who lived with 9 of his family members in a 3-bedroom concrete structure, returned home about midnight and retired to bed in his room. Around 3 a.m., family members reportedly heard him shouting "thief." His granddaughter and her boyfriend went to his aid and discovered that the culprits had gained entry and inflicted chop wounds all over his body. The family summoned the police, who observed Ricketts' lifeless body with what appeared to be multiple chop wounds lying on its back with the head partially underneath the bed. He was clad in a white merino and dark-colored underpants. The body was removed from the scene and escorted to the Maypen Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. He was later transported to the morgue pending a post-mortem examination. Health authorities to clamp down on unregulated dental entities. The health authorities are moving to clamp down on unregulated and unhygienic dental practices, says the Chief Dental Officer in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Dr. Irvin McKenzie. Noting that there is a major health problem with false braces, he said establishments operating outside the rules laid down by the Dental Council of Jamaica will have to comply with the law or have their businesses closed. We are working to fix it. We are working with the police. We have engaged the Companies Office of Jamaica because many people have registered companies and they are not dentists, and we will be shutting down those companies, he said while addressing a recent oral health virtual town hall meeting. He pointed out that public health officers are part of the drive, noting that people's lives are at risk when people have all kinds of things in your mouth that are not sterilized. You don't know where these people come from, and they are unregulated. Stressing that the damage caused by the illegal operators has been noticed, the Chief Dental Officer said prosecution is part of the clampdown, and if those in breach of the regulations are interested in dentistry, we can guide them because there is a way to do things right. He outlined that his office is very strong on public education to ensure that good dental practices are maintained, noting that sugar and poor oral hygiene are the 2 major causes of dental diseases in Jamaica. McKenzie said dental services are being expanded in the regional health authorities and in the hospitals, and that Jamaica is one of the leading countries offering oral services to every pregnant woman and adolescent girl and screening for diabetes. To ensure the delivery of dental services of the highest professional standards and in keeping with best practices in dentistry, the Dental Council of Jamaica has mandated that, as in the case of dentists, all dental auxiliaries are required to obtain annual practicing certificates and complete the requisite continuing education credits. Campaigners challenge state agencies over public access rights at Blue Lagoon. A legal battle between beach rights campaigners and the local state agencies over public access to the Blue Lagoon beach via the parochial road has been set to take place in the Portland Parish Court. Residents and the civil groups following the shutting down of the popular tourist attraction last August have been protesting the lack of access to the site and the entry via a parochial road that remains blocked off even though the site has since reopened. Consequently, the Jamaica Beach Birthright Environmental Movement and the residents of the communities surrounding the Blue Lagoon in Portland, inclusive of Portland Environmental Action, have initiated a court action against the Jamaica National Heritage Trust, the Portland Municipal Council, as well as the special interest beachfront property owners, namely Blue Lagoon Jamaica Limited, Blue Hole Investments Limited, Blue Hole Holdings Limited, and Cold Harbor Limited, for absolute and indefensible right for the Blue Lagoon. The surrounding communities have taken legal action to regain or restore the public's access rights to the public road that leads to the Blue Lagoon, and Beach under the Prescription Act of 1882, stated a joint press release from JABBEM and the PET. We are asking the court to recognize our customary rights and declare an order giving the Jamaican public an absolute and indefeasible right to use the Blue Lagoon using the public road forever, JABBEM President Dr. Devon Taylor told the news. We feel very positive about this because we have indisputable evidence to support this right, and the Jamaican people at home and in the diaspora, as well as the friends of Jamaica, want to see an end to the injustice of beach and river access exclusion, he said. Furthermore, Taylor said, we feel positive because our ancestors and the justice for the descendants of enslaved Africans are on our side. JABBEM and the surrounding communities of the Blue Lagoon are also asking the court to recognize the absolute and indefeasible right of the public to use the Blue Lagoon, adjoining Fishing Beach, adjoining and adjacent lands, roads, tracks, and pathways as a means of access thereto, pursuant to the common law of custom and/or Section 4.1 of the Prescription Act. They also want an order mandating the defendants to remove any and all obstructions to the public, preventing access to the Blue Lagoon and adjoining Fishing and Bathing Beach. Additionally, they are seeking an injunction restraining the defendants from blocking, constructing, obstructing, denying or otherwise depriving the public access to the Fishing, Bathing Beach, any adjoining and adjacent lands, roads, tracks, and pathways used by the public to access the lagoon and the Fishing and the Bathing Beach. The groups are contending that the government agencies, along with the private beachfront property owners and/or their servants or agents, have prohibited public access to the Blue Lagoon from August 29, 2022 until June 15 this year, when public access was granted. Furthermore, they added that since June 15, the public has been required to take a new footpath over private land belonging to Blue Hole Holdings Limited that is either owned or associated with Sandals Resorts International, thereby forcing the public to abandon the roads, tracks, and pathways customarily used by the public to access the lagoon and the beach, contrary to the Prescription Act. At present, they say the Blue Hole Road is still blocked with barriers and private security guards from August 29, 2022, continuously without any lawful justification, consultation, due process, or notice, contrary to the rights of the public under the Prescription Act and the common law of custom. According to them, the new path through private land only allows a 4-foot traffic. Vehicle access, which is important for the fishers with boats, is restricted. Vehicular access was always customary for the general public's convenience and necessary to facilitate elderly and disabled members of the public who customarily access the lagoon for its therapeutic healing properties, the release said. According to the beach rights and environmental activists, the new route through the private land is not a customary path and is not guaranteed. It is premised on an unknown informal arrangement or agreement between the government of Jamaica and the BHHL and/or Sandals Resorts International, as the permission for the property to be used as the access to the lagoon and the beach can be terminated or rescinded at will. Over 3,500 traffic tickets issued, 150 arrests made by St. Catharines South Police. St. Catharines South Police Division saw cops making over 150 arrests for various crimes and issuing more than 3,500 tickets in October. Further, police personnel also executed 3 warrants and a firearm during the month. Head of the division, Senior Superintendent Christopher Phillips, said these were achieved through increased operational activities and the hard work of cops. Phillips was speaking on Friday at the Portmore Police Station at the Division High Ops Awards or High Operations ceremony held to recognize the cops in the division. He said it is important to acknowledge the work of the cops who continue to keep the nation's streets safe, noting that the High Ops Award, which was introduced last month, is meant to boost the performance and recognize hard work. This approach is yielding results. We've witnessed the remarkable success of our division's operations, and it's not by chance but as a result of the collective effort of our team. I want everyone to know that we are actively tracking performance and are immensely proud of their achievements. Among those recognized was Woman Constable Ramit Allen from the Old Harbor Police Station, who wrote 549 tickets and made the most arrests. Citing a drop in murders, Phillips said the division is committed to further reducing criminal activities. Furthermore, he disclosed that the division has already formulated its policing plan for 2024.